Hello YouTube, so today I'll be filming um, the first video in a new series, IMO, or Moving Your Text Talk, in my opinion. It's going to be a series where I talk about my opinions on different things happening in gaming. So, I know it's probably bad to upload this, because everyone's going to be all excited about the new like Halo 5 launch and all that, but I don't really care. So, this I was talking about Yo-Kai Watch, and what I think about that. So pretty much, if you don't know, for like since 2012 or 13, I want to say, Yo-Kai Watch has been this like new thing in Japan. It's pretty popular too. Similar how Pokemon was too. Now it's coming out a couple years later, similar to how Pokemon did too in America. So a lot of people think it's like a rip-off Pokemon, or it's heavily Pokemon inspired, or stuff like that. And I'm gonna say I want to tell you my opinions on the new like anime and the game, because the demos are now available on eShop. You don't have it and you want to try it out, then try it out. And I'll tell you my opinion on that. First, the first thing that was released was the anime, and that is on Disney XD if you want to watch it. And I believe they are on episode 8. Like they need to be episode 8 is coming out soon or something. I'm not sure. I watched maybe episode 5. I watched the first 5 episodes, first 5. And I can tell you, they're pretty good. It's a very, but remember, it's a very weird show, very Japanese, if that's even a word, show. It's essentially about a boy who one day is trying to catch bugs in the forest, and he goes deep in the forest and finds this weird, like, capsule machine. You know, like the little machine where you put a coin and twist a thing, and a little capsule comes out. And he finds a capsule, and a ghost comes out. He finds a weird capsule in the forest, and he puts a coin in and gets a capsule. And he opens it up, and what else? He opens it up, and a ghost comes out. The ghost's name is Whisper, and is a ghost, well, a yokai that has been, I think it was like 150 years he's been stuck in the ball. They make a joke how they make a joke about castle machines not being around that long or something, but and how since the main character Nate Freedom, he hopes he is butler, and Nate at first doesn't want to, until he helps me catch a really rare bug that has an impressive girl Nate likes, or at least we can infer he likes. So that's the beginning, and yokai are pretty much ghosts that can be either animals, humans, or in very rare occasions inanimate objects somehow. Yes, they died too apparently. And pretty much whenever something happens, whatever weird phenomenon happens, is because of yokai. So if all of a sudden you get really mad, you're not bipolar, you just have a yokai haunting you. Or if you are really hungry all of a sudden, it's a yokai, that kind of thing. That's essentially what the show's about. And it's a really, I honestly think for a kid show at least, it's a really good show. It's not just as the original Pokemon anime was, but it's definitely better than the Pokemon anime is now. But remember, if you're gonna watch it, it's very weird, very Japanesey. So you can't like go in thinking it's gonna be the most American show ever. It's not. It's heavily Japanese inspired and heavily Pokemon inspired in some ways, because you can't, because if you befriend, whenever Nate befriends a yokai, he gets a medal, and you can use that medal to then befriend more yokai. So if a yokai does something bad, you stop them by either confronting them, or it's confrontation, or I cannot find the word. Confrontation. It's a word. I don't know. I'm having a brain fart right now. Anyway, you can either confront them or you can like talk to them. And a lot of times when you just talk to them, when you really ever confront them. But to do that, you're going to need yokai. So he starts out with just sort of like, if this would be Pokemon, Nate and Whisper the ghost would be his starter Pokemon. And the rest of the yokai that he gets, like Jibanyan, which is my favorite in the anime because it's pretty funny, will be like a second, and so on. And unlike Pokemon, you can have as many as you want at a time, but they don't walk around with you like in Pokemon. They have their own separate lives too. So when he calls them, they come from where they're at. They get teleported there. Like in one of his yokai, Manjimon I think, was in jail, and he calls them and he's like comes there with his jail cell like his jail cell gets summoned there too, so he's sitting there in a jail cell, like in the middle of a grassy field. Again, very Japanese inspired, very weird. So that's pretty much the gist of it. He gets a yokai, can use to confront or other yokai and get them and befriend them, so he can continue the process until who knows when. Now for the game. In the game, it's sort of like that. At least in the demo. The demo is only been released. I only played the demo. I don't think anyone's really played the actual game. It comes out November 6th, I want to say. And it's about essentially the same thing, although if they're talking yokai, you always have to confront them pretty much. And, or at least from what I can tell. And so you can use the Yo-Kai Watch, which is an anchor. You can only see yokai with the Yo-Kai Watch. And so you can see, when you see yokai, sometimes they're friendly and you gotta just say hi or something, but sometimes they battle you. And the battle system is really weird. Like, you can have, like Pokemon, I think you can have like 6 in your battle at a time, they'll 3 in your battle, 6 with your party. And you can spin them out a little like wheel type thing. You can have them attack, you can heal them, you can use item, or you can, I think, target onto one, so all of your yokai will attack one enemy. And I guess that's pretty good for boss battles. I haven't really used it. And so like there's also, you can look under trees, or you can look under like cars and stuff like that for yokai. And it's a really creative game. I don't the battle system is fun, but it's not as good as Pokemon. Like, it's not that, you don't have that deep, like, I need to think what, like, or types, as far as I can tell, there's no like types. But there is leveling up, there is finding the creatures, there is capturing them, I guess. I don't know, you can't really do any of that in the demo. But there's like capturing them, there's exploring an overworld where you can capture them. And there's all that. And so, the show and the game are very similar, but there's one difference between that and Pokemon. In Pokemon, there's a game, and the show is kind of like in a different universe from the game, but based off of it. So like how Ash, if you know what I mean, how Ash is actually in the game, but he's loosely based off Red and Red's adventures in the game. And here, the show and the anime are one. Nate is in both of this. I mean, not the show and the anime. What I'm talking about, the game and the anime are one. Nate is the main character of the game, the main character of the anime. How that works, I don't know. I don't know if like you relive the adventures from the anime, or that's kind of like an extra side story, or how that's gonna work out. Because again, only the demo's out so far. I do plan on getting the actual game when it comes out, but probably won't get it on launch because I'm not rich. But yeah, that's essentially what all Yo-Kai Watch is about. So pretty much, from what I can tell, it's gonna be good. I don't think it'll be as popular as Pokemon, but it is a pretty good game so far. It's by Nintendo Level 5. I think they have like 2 or 3 games in Japan already, and we're just barely getting the first one. But it seems like it's gonna be pretty good. And like, they also have like 90 episodes in Japan. We only have like 6 or 7, I think 7. So again, way further in Japan than it is here. But I do think it does have some potential to be pretty good. Again, I've only played the demo, so who knows? The game may be total crap. It may suck and it may be utter garbage, and maybe the demo only has the good parts of the game. Who knows? You can't really tell that kind of stuff because you can't judge a game by its demo or the beginning of it. That does not work. But it does seem like it's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions on Yo-Kai Watch. The show is pretty good. The game is pretty good from what I can tell in the demo. I don't think there's gonna be like a card game like there is with Pokemon. I don't think so. There may be, probably not. Who knows? I don't think it'll be as popular as Pokemon, but I do think it will be pretty decent. And those are my thoughts on Yo-Kai Watch.